Alrighty. Hopefully everybody can hear me. It's been a while since we've been communicating with you guys. You've seen our posts on Facebook, but right now we should be live for our first test stream. Next week is the start of our Instigators Racing League. So next week starts the league there. And tonight we're trying to do a little test stream, bring a little racing action to you. Not on the track here tonight, but we got a lot of other drivers that you're going to be familiar with in the 54 machine. That's actually Nick Anderson in that 54 machine. We don't have the race labs up yet here tonight. I'm going to try and get that up here for next week so you can see the drivers' names on the top of the screen. But there's Orvis Newcomb. These are pro late models here at Lanier, which will be some of the racing action you'll see next week. For the pro late, so fitting for these guys. But of course, Nick Anderson, he is not dropping down to pro late. He's still in super, but we've got all the guys together here tonight as this is a test night. Austin Barr. Now we got Dave McGovern, Dave Riesinger, the 13 of Jonathan Smeal, because we have John Smeal, actually Jonathan Smeal's dad in the 9 up here. Kirk Hess, Ryan Patton. There's Kirk Hess in the 46 machine. He'll give a little shot in the shorts to John Smeal. As like we said, all practice here tonight. No points tonight. So, this is all just practice. There's the 80J of Action Jackson. Action Jackson in the 80J. Kevin Jackson. Then behind him, we've got a newcomer, Colton Probst, here this year. New with us this year in the 057 machine. There's the 29 machine of Michael Maurer. Larry Hessen, a 98 machine, making his way back out for this year, back in the Pro Late division. Some of your Pro Late drivers that I can point out is going to be Dave Riesinger, one of them. Jonathan Smeal in that 13 machine. Kirk Hess also into pro lates. Colton Probst, I do believe. Action Jackson coming back into pro lates. Dave McGovern in the pit side there. As you might know, the 54 star, Nick Anderson, he'll be back in super this year. Last year's points champion. Austin Barr running on the outside of him in that 15X machine. He's back in super. Orvis Newcomb, he will be back. Not in the super lates this year as he goes around there getting into turn number 3, but he's actually going to be in a modified division this year. So that's the new class coming at you this year. That'll be the big block modifieds. Orvis Newcomb is a part of that. Ryan Patton also, he's in the 53 here tonight for the pro late models, but he is also going to be in that modified division come next week. So look forward to that. A lot of good cars here tonight. Should be some good racing here. As we kickstart this little test stream here, a lot of good battle right here. There's 53P here, so we make some hot laps, burn this track in for about, looks like we got about another, about 7 minutes. We got about 7 minutes of these guys burning this track in, so it's going to be a while, but this is a little test stream here. I'm going to go side here and see if I can, Nick Anderson got hit at the wall there, and just make sure everything is functioning as it should. We'll be right back here, but you guys enjoy this racing out in front of you. Alrighty, I am back here, and everything seems to be working pretty good here at the moment. So hopefully that continues. We're seeing a lot of John Spiel right now. Sorry, I haven't been clicking through, been making sure the stream is running right. But as I said, test stream, so this is, you know, sorry once again for no race labs here tonight, but we will get that back to you. That way you can see your favorite driver and where they're running. So you might see, you know, a couple little technical difficulties here, a little technical difficulty there. You know, as we continue to try and hone this into maybe this better for this year. This year back on YouTube. Well, we were on Facebook the last year, and just didn't really it worked, but it didn't feel like it gave us the creative freedom as before. Right now, actually, I can now see your comments. So if you comment on these posts or on these races throughout the year this year, I'll be able to actually respond to your messages. So that's a cool little feature I'm gonna have now for you guys, and just feels like a good platform. It was pretty user friendly to get streaming here tonight compared to Facebook. So sorry for all of our people at Facebook, but as we continue to post the link, hopefully it'll be just as easy for you to watch here on YouTube. Personally, once you get used to it, I think YouTube is heck, it's like my TV. You know, I'm 18, so it's like watching TV for me. But you know, grab yourself a bucket of popcorn and I just looked on my stream, Cody, and the cars are making audible noise on the stream for me. So I don't know if that's on your end or what is happening there. I mean, they're not loud. That way you can hear me a little more. I can crank them up just a tad for everybody at home. Put a nice number like that, but from what I heard, the cars are making noise and everything seems to be working good. Got a little pile up here between Action Jackson. Let's go down and actually who's fastest right now. No surprise, Nick Anderson, quickest. But I tell you what, a guy I would not have expected to see, Dave Riesinger, second quick right now in practice. I tell you what, that guy he's come a long way. Dave Riesinger, you know, we've had our run-ins, as you might not have heard the stories, but I tell you what, Dave has put a lot of work in to getting faster and faster, and this year I think he's already shown through the practice races and through the guys that he's going to be a force to be reckoned with this year in the Pro Late Model division. He is second quick right now in hot laps under Nick Anderson by only 5/100ths, and that's last year's Super Late Model points champion. Then we have Orvis Newcomb, Cody Buck, Jonathan Smeal, Michael Maurer, Larry Hess, Austin Barr, Ryan Patton, Sr., Kirk Hess, Kevin Jackson, Dave McGovern, Colton Probst, and John Smeal. Those are your cars in the field right now. And that is how they run right now for quickest in the hot laps. So we watch Orvis Newcomb here up on the berm here right now. As you see that middle groove pretty worn in already. So this track's going to move around quite a bit here once we get racing here in just 10 seconds. So 10 seconds till qualifying, and then we'll get racing for our 50 lapper. We are going back. We will have heat races just like last year, but as we continue to say, this is a test race. So this test race just going to be a 50 lapper here at the Lanier Speedway. Alrighty, we're going to get ready to qualify here. get a good look at the berm out here at Lanier. See that track change a little bit as we get ready for qualifying. Look at that. Track definitely burning in on the middle, but that berm is getting higher and higher here. We'll see who gets up there and uses that top. As we get to watch a couple cars qualify here. Dave Riesinger seems to be making his way out onto the racetrack. We'll watch him there. As like we said, he's a lot fat. He was second quick in hot laps. He's gonna take the green flag here out of turn number 4 to start his first lap. Electing to run at outside lane. He'll ease onto the pedal down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Still electing to use that cushion. He'll try and grab a little bit of a handful there. A little bit of a cut down. Lap number 1. He will go top of the board right now. Early quick time, 13.984. Action Jackson. Second quick, Ryan Patton now going to best him. He'll go 13.917. Larry Hest out of the top with a 13.843. Larry Hest to the top. Orvis Newcomb, he'll best that with a 13.08. A 13.808. Ryan Patton better. Lap 2, 13.7 flat. Let's see if anybody can best that. Not yet. Cody Buck. He'll get a little bit more time out of it. He'll go to a 13.671. 13.671 right now. Quick time for Cody Buck. Austin Barr jumps to the top of the board with a 13.587. Right now, he is the man to beat. I'm not sure if we're going to see Nick Anderson take a lap. Might elect to start in the back here. Excuse me. As I believe that's what is going to be the consensus here. So it seems like it's going to be Austin Barr, Cody Buck, Ryan Patton, Jonathan Smeal, Orvis Newcomb, Larry Hess, Michael Maurer, Kirk Hess, Dave Riesinger, Action Jackson, David McGovern, and John Smeal. Colton Probst also rounding out your field with Nick Anderson. So we'll go take a look at, see if we can take a look at Austin Barr's lap here. That put him on the pole for this one. Here it is. Let me go back here and start it. Good run off of turn number 4 to start this quick time lap. He'll put it right on the bottom through 1 and 2 off of turn number 2. Keeps that good momentum back to the bottom in 3 and 4. Normally the fast line keeps the car straight, and that's going to be your quick time here tonight for Austin Barr. It's looking like everybody's qualified, so I am going to advance. To the next session for our 50-lapper here. This should be a good one. A lot of good heavy hitters in this one. As we said, test stream, test stream. So no points, no drama here tonight for these 14 drivers. Which should be about the field you're seeing come next Tuesday. As we've got about 12 to 14 cars in each class. So I will be coming back as the announcer. Me and Chad Ruggie, my dad, who is not here tonight, was feeling a little bit under the weather, decided not to make it on tonight. But so I'm going to be heading it tonight. But I will be back with my father up here in the booth for the Pro Late Models, and you're going to be stuck with me a little bit longer. I'll be with you for the modified action too. So will Dad. So me and Dad will be for your Pro Late Model and your Modified Action. We'll be back in the seats for your Super Late Model Racing. And Mike Anderson is going to take the reins back once again. He will get into the booth along with Jonathan Smeal. So as I figure, we're going to have a couple EOLs here that's going to shake up the field. So on the pole now is going to be the 66N of Orvis Newcomb. Outside him in the 29 machine, that's going to be Cody Buck. Inside row number 2, that's going to be the 29 machine of Michael Maurer. Outside him in the 13, that'll be Jonathan Smeal. Inside row number 3, that'll be the 72 of Dave Riesinger. Outside him, Larry Hess in the 98. Inside row number 4, that'll be the 157 of David McGovern. Outside him, Kirk Hess. Then we're going to have Action Jackson, Kevin Jackson, John Smeal. Then we have Austin Barr taking an EOL along with Ryan Patton, Nick Anderson, and also Colton Probst in the back here. As we take green flag racing, them guys are going to have a lot of ground to make up as they were not up on the line here as we get green. Down into turn number 1. And you're going to see Orvis Newcomb take a commanding lead down the front straightaway. Michael Maurer now going to work to the inside of Cody Buck. Cody Buck way up on the cushion here. Out of turn number 4, got a good run. He's going to go back to the outside. He'll go to second here down the front straightaway. Jonathan Smeal, he's going to pick it up. He's going to go to the outside too. Maybe try and make a move on the outside of Michael Maurer here. Michael Maurer closed the door. He'll run third right now. Now Jonathan Smeal, he'll fight to the outside. That door's going to close once again by Michael Maurer. Here comes Cody Buck, too. He's going to look to the outside. Orvis Newcomb off of turn number 2. Cody Buck to the lead down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Cody Buck will rip the lip off of turn number 4. He'll grab that cushion. See you later. He's going to go to the lead here down the front straightaway. Cody Buck now your leader in the 29. Second place running right now is the 66N of Orvis Newcomb. He elects to continue to run that middle line. Michael Maurer now jumped up to that top shelf. He's going to see if he can maybe creep around the 66N just like the 29 of Cody Buck. Larry Hess in 4th right now. He's up on that berm too. That seems to be where the grip is right now on that cushion, but you're going to see this bottom line come back in. Orvis Newcomb slides up to it also. So it's going to be Cody Buck, Orvis Newcomb, Michael Maurer, Larry Hess, Jonathan Smeal, Kirk Hess. The Zeb car's stacked there, getting into turn number 1. Nick Anderson already fighting his way up to, that is the 7th position. Get this out of your way, ladies and gentlemen. 7th position in front of Dave Riesinger running in 8th. Freight train. It is a train race on the top right now, but there goes Kirk Hess. He'll push a little bit. Here comes Nick Anderson. Big slide job into turn number 3. He'll slide across the racetrack up to the berm. He will go to the 6th place position. Cody Buck now starting to stretch that lead out, but Nick Anderson is hunting for blood right now. He's up to 6 right now from your tail. Jonathan Smeal behind the 98 machine of Larry Hess. Colton Probst now going to go a lap down as he continues to run that bottom lane. And everybody else ripping the lip here at Linear Speedway. Jonathan Smeal catches the fence a little bit. He'll have to get out of it. He'll continue running. We might see a slide job here as Jonathan Smeal peeks a nose in the inside of the 98 machine. He'll slide up to his door, leave him a lane. Good racing off of turn number 4. I tell you what, this is going to be some good weeks of pro late model racing here at Linear. Can't wait for this season to be back underway. Nick Anderson, ever so smooth on that outside. He'll run to the back bumper of Jonathan Smeal. Let's see if maybe he tries to set up a slider here. Jonathan Smeal peeked his nose into turn number 3 last time. Will he do it again this time? He'll continue to run that outside lane for right now. Back at the front of the field, it is still Cody Buck, your leader. Cody Buck up on that berm. Will grab a little bit of the concrete there, but no harm, no foul. Shoot down the back straightaway. Orvis Newcomb still running 2nd. Michael Maurer 3rd in that podium position. Larry Hess, Jonathan Smeal, Nick Anderson, Kirk Hess. Now Austin Barr fights to the inside of the 72 machine of Dave Riesinger. He's side by side with him off of turn number 4 back into turn 1. Ryan Patton Sr. also looking on the inside of the 72 machine. As we already start to work lap number 13 here. No caution, we're 3 wide. Not sure what happened there. There's contact! Nick Anderson's going to go around. And he'll collect Austin Barr. Dave Riesinger, Action Jackson hard. Caution flag will wave as John Smeal catches the left rear quarter panel of Nick Anderson. Let's take a look at what happened here. As we saw them running in a line, the door closed by Jonathan Smeal. Nick Anderson's going to throw a Hail Mary slider here. He'll slide up to his door there, try and just leave a lane for Jonathan Smeal to scoot by. He'll hit the wall there. Now, Nick Anderson sends it in there once again. Leaves a lane for Larry Hess, and then might have tried to leave a lane for John Smeal, and John Smeal just kind of gets in there a little bit. Grabs that left rear quarter panel of the 54 machine, who had worked his way up to the 5th place position. Nick Anderson maybe trying to cut that line down a little bit. John Smeal not quite getting in as low as maybe Nick thought. He'll go around, collect a couple other cars. But Nick Anderson will now tail the field once again, 14 laps into this one. As that'll re-rack him. with the 29 machine of Cody Buck. Still your leader. Orvis Newcomb is going to pick the outside line. Oh, there's contact under caution right there between Larry Hess and the 13 and Jonathan Smeel. Not sure what that was. Pace truck's going to go off. Cody Buck on the point. Orvis Newcomb picks that outside. Michael Maurer on the inside. We're green flag racing once again. Michael Maurer is sleeping heavily on that restart. Heavy sleep on that restart for Michael Maurer. He'll just fall right back into P3 there. Jonathan Smeel takes advantage. He'll go to 4th. As he was no flagman here tonight, as we will have flagmans to make calls on the racetrack, but just a test for the stream here tonight. So Jonathan Smeel will continue to take his spot right now in that 4th place position. And Ryan Patton Sr. taking advantage of that. Here comes Nick Anderson. He'll put the right front on the left rear of Austin Barr off of turn number 4. Now, Nick Anderson, he'll jump to the outside. He's going to go 3 wide with Kirk Hess and Austin Barr. There's contact! Kirk Hess around. Nick Anderson involved again. Caution flag. You saw that one brewing as they, tried to... Just a lot of cars going for all the same real estate. Kirk Hess all the way up on the berm. Nick Anderson leaves him a lane, but Austin Barr doesn't quite know they're 3 wide. Have to take a look at this, and yeah, you got to think Kirk Hess he's about a half a car length off the wall, and whenever you're going 3 wide like that, you just need all the racetrack you have. Nick Anderson becomes a meat and a sandwich here, and around goes Kirk Hess. Nick Anderson involved. So, also, for tonight, unlimited fast repairs. That is not a league thing. Come next week, there will be 0 fast repairs, but for our fun nights, we do have as many fast repairs as you want. That way, everybody can stay in the hunt and continue racing. So, fun night, definitely a less serious tone, but come next week, it'll be very serious as we continue to show our sternness on good, clean racing here in the Instigators Racing League. So let's see, this time is the pace truck is going to stay on for 1 more lap, so let's see if maybe Michael Maurer can get a little bit better restart here, tighten it up a little bit. As we've still got about 30 laps, give or take here, to go in this one. So Cody Buck, your leader. Orby Newcomb continues to pick that outside. Michael Maurer is not very comfortable with getting up next to the 66N. I'm surprised Jonathan Smeel isn't putting that chrome horn on him, telling him get up there. As yeah, Michael Maurer is sleeping heavily on this start. Another heavy sleep for Michael Maurer. Jonathan Smeel gonna maybe be hurt by that, as Michael Maurer does able to get up to that outside line, and Michael Maurer right there, he's gonna succumb to that bad start, and he's gonna go back to 4th right now. If Jonathan Smeel can maybe peek his way up, but Michael Maurer not gonna give up, back to the outside. Not going to be there. John Smeel gives him lane, though. Jonathan Smeel does give him lane. And now Jonathan Smeel is maybe going to try and go to 2nd here. He'll go to the inside of Orby Newcomb. Side-by-side wheel action out in the turn number 3. Orby Newcomb up on the berm. He'll get a big run off of turn number 4. Side-by-side, dead even at the line. Now John Smeel throws a slider. He'll slide up in front of the 66N. Orby Newcomb will cut under. Now we're going to see a slide job back. Slider for slider here at Lanier. Orby Newcomb up to the cushion. He'll bang the boards up off of turn number 4. Side-by-side. Here comes the slider back from the 13 machine of John Smeel. He's got to leave him the lane this time, though. He'll close the door down the straightaway. Does Orby Newcomb have any bags and tricks here to try and make his way back around the 13? He'll slide himself. The 13 machine of Jonathan Smeel to 2nd. Orby Newcomb relinquishes that 2nd place position now for the first time all race. Now here comes Ryan Patton into the picture. On the bottom in the 53P. Into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. Jonathan Smeel up on the cushion. He is spanking the monkey out here tonight, trying to get everything he can out there. That berm is getting ever so bigger and right against the wall, down the back straightaway. But here comes the 53P, one of the only cars on the bottom right now. Nick Anderson also to the inside of Michael Maurer. They'll make contact off of turn number 4. Michael Maurer still has the right front. Will stay clean and green. Jonathan Smeel, 2nd place right now. Orby Newcomb not letting him run away. Back up to the berm goes Orby Newcomb. Will get a big run off and turn number 4. Can we see a slider? Orby Newcomb will tuck in behind. He'll stay right behind him. Here comes a 53P. Ryan Patton Sr. He is creeping on the bottom. He is the catfish here tonight. Catfishing right around the wall off of turn number 4. But they get that big run off the top lane. Now Jonathan Smeel in the middle. Here comes Orby Newcomb. Big run off of turn number 2. Goes side by side with Ryan Patton down into turn number 3. Jonathan Spiel now electing to try and creep around that bottom. He leaves that door open for Orvie Newcomb, but Ryan Patton is right down on the bottom looking under Orvie Newcomb. Here comes Nick Anderson now. He's cleared. He's got clean air in front of him. Right now running in that 5th position, I do believe. Cody Buck trying to pick up a win here tonight in the Pro Late Models. He continues to bang the boards and spank the horse on the outside. Jonathan Spiel now married to that bottom line. Trying to get any grip he can. Ryan Patton stalled right now, but he's got Orvie Newcomb on the outside of him, ripping the lip. Orvie Newcomb back on the cushion. He'll grab the concrete down the back straightaway. Ryan Patton will lose a little bit of ground there. Orvie Newcomb up on the berm off of turn number 4. He won't give it up. Continues to run on that extreme high lane. Colton Probst now a lap car in front of the 13 machine of John Spiel. He'll jump to the high side. He'll jump to the high side, get around the 057 machine off of turn number 4. Orvie Newcomb got to follow suit right around the outside. Ryan Patton, he'll shoot through the middle. Does that give enough run for Nick Anderson? Here it comes, Austin Barr, 3 wide with the lap car down the back straightaway. Now they'll go back to the bottom side. Austin Barr, he's catfishing right now, as we said before. This top side was good here early. Now everybody trying to make their way back down, but they continue to run the boards here in turns 1 and 2. We might see a slide job here from Nick Anderson. They'll scoot to the middle. 3 wide off of turn number 4. He'll leave a lane for Ryan Patton on the outside. Patton now has to go to the cushion. We'll see a slide job now. Now Austin Barr picks to the inside of that 54-star Nick Anderson. On the berm. Here comes Nick Anderson. He's made his way. He's fought his way through. Now running in 4th. Orvie Newcomb continues to run. He grabs that concrete. Orvie Newcomb in the wall. He'll hold on to it. There goes the spoiler. He comes back on. Save your spoiler there for Orvie Newcomb to keep that spoiler. They're still 3 wide off of turn number 4 as Austin Barr goes lower than the 54-star. Now, Nick Anderson will show the nose to the 66N. Side by side down the back straightaway. Here comes the slide job. He won't slide all the way. He's going to close the door off the corner. That was close. Wow, that was close for the 66N, but he just keeps... Oh, we're going to have a lap car. Colton Probst. Austin Barr cuts under him, keeps it clean and green. Holy man, these guys are dicing right now. Orvie Newcomb back to the left for a quarter panel. No contact there. Jonathan Spiel running a great race out front here in 2nd, but I tell you what, Cody Buck is absolutely walking the dog right now. As we almost only have 10 laps to go in this one. He'll run the bottom. Dave McGovern sideways in front of him, though. He's got to watch that lap car, and Jonathan Spiel is ever so closely maybe closing in on that 29 machine. Now Orvie Newcomb looks back to the inside of the 54-star Nick Anderson. These boys are making a race out of it off of turn number 4. Those fall back in line. Austin Barr right behind the 66N. Now Orvie Newcomb going to take another peek. He'll fall in line down the back straightaway. David McGovern right on the bottom in front of Jonathan Spiel. These cars are all closing in together. Is there enough time, though, for Jonathan Spiel to make something happen? John Spiel now go to the outside of the 157 machine. He'll slide through the middle of the corner. A little bit of that grip. Now Nick Anderson right on the tailpipe of the 157 lap car of David McGovern. He'll make quick work of him around the outside. Now he's got his sight sets on that green machine of the 13 of Jonathan Spiel. Cody Buck, still your leader here, 42 in. We work lap 43 now. Jonathan Spiel sees him, though, out in front. Nick Anderson also closing the gap. Michael Maurer still in the picture behind them. Austin Barr not going away either. Here comes Nick Anderson, your last year's Super Late Model Points champion. Can he make something happen here? He'll now peek a nose to the inside of Jonathan Spiel. But does he have enough time? He's running out of laps. Running out of laps in the one buck of a ride. Cody Buck machine is in front of him leading this one. But I tell you what, they're closing in. Could Cody Buck feel the pressure right now? Can he feel the pressure? No mirrors in this league, so he can't quite see him yet. But Jonathan Spiel is gaining right now. Can he make something happen? Laps are winding down. The 29 machine of Cody Buck, your leader. Jonathan Spiel in 2nd. Nick Anderson in 3rd. Now we got a battle for 4th. Austin Barr takes a peek to the inside of the 66N. They'll go side by side, wheel to wheel through 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, Austin Barr continues to look, but Orvie Newcomb has that 4th place position. Here comes Nick Anderson. He continues to try and take a peek, but they are running out of laps. We get ready to work lap 48. We will see the pop stick with sticks next time around. Jonathan Spiel, Nick Anderson, both in the picture. Jonathan Spiel cut down line there. He's right there. He's right there. Can he make something happen? Popsicle sticks are in the air. We've got 2 more times around to settle this one. Pro late models in Lanier. Here comes Jonathan Smeal. Can he make something happen? In the turn number 3, he's going to have 1 more lap to do it. To the inside, here comes John Smeal. Jonathan Smeal, white flag. Doctor's jacket in the air. 1 more time around. Jonathan Smeal was at the corner and look to the inside. He's at the left rear. Cody Buck into turn number 3. Can he make a last lap pass? Here comes the door of the racetrack. Cody Buck will win over Jonathan Smeal and Nick Anderson. Oh my goodness, what a race. Woo! Oh my Lord. Wow. Woo! Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. We are right back to where we left off last year. And I'm right back to losing my voice on the first race of the night. Thank goodness I don't have to do the big block modifieds next. Because I am out of breath. I am out of breath. What a finish to the line between these 3 drivers. Whoo! I thought Jonathan Smeal was going to throw the Hail Mary right here as he scooted up the racetrack. Cody Buck all the way up to the cushion and drives it off to get one of his few Instigators Racing League victories. What a battle. In the Pro Late Model division. That is going to be one for these guys to watch, I tell you what. What a battle. We'll take 1 more look into this one. Into turn number 3, your final lap here. First race back with the Instigators Racing League, and that right there shows the respect of these drivers that we have. I mean, how many times have you been racing in your official and that guy on the inside completely cleans out Cody Buck there? Good hard race, and Jonathan Smeal gives him a lane. Cody Buck able to manipulate the car to give himself the lane to run on that outside cushion to the victory here, to the checkered flag off of turn number 4. But just absolute class, respect out of these guys, and what a battle all the way to the end. What a way to come back and show what this league is all about, and that it is just better this year. There's nothing different than just better. But that'll do it for your Pro Late Model test stream. We'll take a look back at it here after I end this, and hopefully it ran good. And if so, we will see you next Tuesday to have these very cars at this very track, just with more racing on tap. So thank you everybody for joining this test stream, and if you weren't here, well, you missed a dandy live here tonight. So make sure you tune in next time you see us live. Thank you everybody for watching. And make sure you come out next Tuesday for the season opener of the Instigators Racing Winter Leagues.